Symphony Night is a game that needs no introduction, the back half of Metroidvania, and a title that I was very much looking forward to finishing. I loved every inch of the game, every bit feeling massively crafted with intent. I realized after playing that you basically just make a loop around the castle, and it never felt like that, especially as I dipped into areas that moved me further into or out of that loop. While it wasn't my first time playing, I'm great at dropping games. There's definitely some first time magic affecting my view, but holy shit, what a good game. I'm not going to say anything definitively just yet, but Symphony Night might just place Hollow Knight as the Metroidvania that I consider to be the best of what I've played, and Axiom Verge 2 as my favorite Metroidvania. Like I said, this isn't actually my first time playing Symphony Night. I actually played a bit on the Requiem Collection version a few years back, but I decided to try the PlayStation 1 version since I wanted the original voice acting, and man, it was worth it. Playing the game was also amazing. I already said the visuals, music, gameplay were all amazing, but I feel like I have to say it again, since it applies to both looking at the game and actually playing it. From the layout being engaging and suddenly nudging you to most of the main areas you need to go, to the progression of upgrades and abilities, to the dead ends you'll sometimes find on the other side of a door that you'll later unlock by coming from the other side. That's one of my favorite design points that the game uses. It makes those points so much more memorable, as well as letting them be marked on your map. I was surprised to find out the game has multiple endings, which I found out when I ended up getting the bad ending. But I just booted back up after the credits, and, unfortunately, needing a little help, ended up finding the path to the true ending. Speaking of, this game has a whole second half. You go into an upside down version of the castle that acts as the second half of the game, and I love it so much. It's such a cool evolution of the usage of backtracking Metroidvanias, allowing you to use your knowledge and familiarity built up from exploring the first castle to discover the same nooks and crannies all over the inverted castle, and it's tough too. By this point in the game, basically no enemies gave me any trouble in the first castle, but it was not the same in the second castle, until I found the crystal grip. Man, that weapon is crazy. I'm going to do another run where I specifically don't use it, since it shreds through almost everything in the entire game. It did allow me to focus on exploration in the inverted castle, which was nice. The game is funny too, with some items and interactions catching me off guard. You can find things like a picture of Dracula, a delicious pizza, and my personal favorite, the secret boots, which make Alucard ever so slightly taller, and it is noticeable. Speaking of the food, I never thought of using healing items the entire playthrough. I don't know if it's a habit from not having them in some other Metroidvanias I've played, or something, but the only healing I used was when the fairy healed me, and the healing mail. And if you played the game, you know how annoying the healing mail is. God, I really don't know how to end this. There's so much I want to say that I really don't know how to say besides, this game fucking rocks, go play it. I guess I really need to play more Castlevania games. Expect to see more of them in the future.